Swaner Preserve encompasses one of the largest high elevation wetlands in the state, and it's actually a type of wetland called a fen, which is pretty rare. A fen is really similar to a bog in that it feels pretty springy, but the water comes from underneath the ground instead of from precipitation. The mission of Swaner Preserve and Eco Center is to preserve, educate, and nurture. And so we're always seeking to inspire the next generation of environmental stewards and to protect and restore important wetlands like this. And we feel like those two pieces are inextricably linked. A wetland like this acts as flood control. It also acts as almost a reservoir. So throughout the summer when the streams are becoming dry, the wetlands release water into those streams to keep them running and to keep those fisheries healthy. It's also really important from an access standpoint. We have about 10 miles of trails, and those are definitely a favorite of the community. The preserve also acts as a little piece of history here in Park City. We are developing a lot of our land really quickly, and to save an area like this is pretty special.
This wetland acts as a home for animals. It's a sponge that helps to hold water and keep it in our ecosystem. Being the second driest state in the nation, it's really important for us to have this wetland habitat that can hold the water in place, that can help to filter and clean all the water that we have coming from our mountains. And without this wetland habitat, we might not be able to continue recreating the way that we do. In this community, as we're growing and we're becoming such a popular place for people to live, it's really important to keep these open spaces protected. And so with this 850-acre wetland and the 12,000-acre preserve, that provides this opportunity for people to really be totally immersed in nature. So this provides not only a protected space for animals and plants, but it's a wonderful place for people to feel that deep connection to nature and to care about it a little bit more and want to protect it and learn more about it.
One of our aims at Swaner is to foster a sense of wonder in the natural world, and one of the ways that we accomplish that is by inviting our amazing volunteer community to participate at a hands-on level in these restoration acts. And while they're learning about the biology of the system that they're participating in, they're also enjoying nature. They're out in a beautiful place and they feel like they're having a positive effect on that place.
If you have the opportunity to be on the land, then it becomes personal. Gets our kids outside, gets the adults outside. Some of the volunteer projects that we've been involved in have been our best afternoons. Without the educational process, we will lose touch with these things in nature that really allow our community to be sustainable.
Every plant species, every bird species, every invertebrate species, they all play an integral role. They're all intertwined. We have to preserve this, and we are going to lose it if we're not really careful about being a steward and protecting these types of environments.
Just by protecting this space, we're impacting places farther from here. Our watershed is huge. The water from here can make it all the way to the Great Salt Lake.
The Swaner Preserve is really a one-of-a-kind place. You don't find other areas like this that are preserved in this way. So now our focus is on looking into the future long-term and thinking about how can we help the preserve withstand climate change? How can we help it adapt to drought? So in addition to working on year-to-year annual land management, we're looking on a much larger scale. In the state of Utah, less than 1% of the land cover is wetlands, and so it's critically important that we take good care of it. We need to protect the benefits that it brings to our community. We need to protect the wildlife that can thrive here. We need to protect our water quality in our streams, and this connects to all of that.
All of the programs that we do are not sustainable without support from our community. This land, even though it won't have anything built on it, won't have all of the ecological benefits that it can if it's not taken care of and allowed to stay in its natural state.
Our open spaces and these kind of wild places are the reason that many of us moved here or live here, and we need to ensure that the next generation gets those opportunities as well.